there's no point at all, in dreaming small.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're watching this on YouTube or if you're watching this on social media, welcome to the video. Please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to keep up to date with my videos. And it's great to have interaction, comments, feedback your ideas, what your thoughts, and also if you've got a video you'd like me to produce or anything like that, just get in touch and let me know, because it's great to be able to build content around my audience. Today's video I thought I'd do for Rare Disease Day, the 28th of February, all about 5 things that people with rare diseases will understand because of having a rare disease. So rare diseases, there are about 6,000 to 8,000 rare diseases. New ones are being discovered all the time. They're also finding that 2 separate conditions are actually forms of the same condition. Other conditions where they thought things were one condition that are being separated into different diagnoses as genetic mutations and different phenotypes are discovered of conditions, so that's quite interesting. A rare disease is something that affects less than 1 in 2,500 people. And rare diseases affect 1 in 17 of us. So rare diseases of themselves are not uncommon, they're not rare, but individual rare diseases are rare. Why does this interest me? So I have a rare disease, so rare we don't actually quite know what it is. So I was undiagnosed through childhood, then diagnosed with the connective tissue disorder Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, hypermobility, when I was 15, but the diagnosis didn't quite fit, and it took us a number of years to work out that actually it's not Ehlers-Danlos, or that's not my primary condition. I have some kind of neuromuscular or mitochondrial condition. We don't know for definite. I don't fit the bill for many of the known neuromuscular and mitochondrial diseases, but muscle biopsies and tests point to a neuromuscular or mitochondrial disease almost certainly. My consultant often says that my condition is going to be rare, ultra rare or unique, and have had my genome sequenced by the 100,000 Genomes Project, but the truth is, to be honest, it's unlikely that a result and a diagnosis will come in my lifetime, but hopefully this will help my test results, my genome will help other people in future, and that they may be able to diagnose undiagnosed conditions thanks to my case and my notes combined with other people's. So what are 5 things that you'll understand if you have a rare disease? Number 1, common things you will hear or experience if you have a rare disease. One of those is when you tell them your condition, how do you spell it? When someone sees it written down, it's how do you say it? People saying to you, if you just think positively it will go away, or if you drink this herbal tea or use this tiger balm, or any number of complementary and alternative therapies that it will miraculously cure your genetic or rare disease. You might experience your doctor Googling your condition whilst you're in your clinic appointment. That is not unusual. I know in my own experiences, my consultants have Googled things in my appointments to try and help reach a diagnosis with me, so it's not uncommon. You might be asked, is it like X condition, even though X condition is completely unrelated to what you're experiencing. You might be asked why you need to see so many doctors. You might be asked why you need to be referred out of area, or you'll try and find a centre for your rare disease and then find that they're so oversubscribed you can't get referred there, or that you're questioned about the cost of out of area care. So a lot of things you may hear or experience as a result of your rare disease. Number 2, you may know a lot more about your rare disease than most doctors. Doctors cannot be expected to know every single disease, especially rare diseases, on the planet, their genotype, their phenotype, how they're experienced by people, what symptoms they have. It's just physically impossible. But it can get quite frustrating when you go from doctor to doctor and no one understands your condition, you have to explain it from scratch, and you end up feeling like you're the expert and you're the patient, and they're just not very knowledgeable. But as I said, it's very hard for doctors to know every rare disease. It's about being empowered, it's about working in partnership and supporting them to learn about your rare disease, and it's fantastic when you find a doctor that's willing to work with you and learn from you. Number 3, I know that many of my rare disease friends have experienced this. You might be written up in a medical journal. I've had something of mine written up in a medical journal, something to do with my gut condition and a very unusual presentation of something. I can read it online, it's quite interesting to read. This was done 10 years ago, but a lot of people with rare diseases will have their cases written up for journals, for medical textbooks, for many different other sources, so articles online, they might be presented at a conference. It's all about sharing that learning, and when you have a rare or ultra rare condition, doctors are very keen to disseminate their learning with your condition. So you'll work with a professor, a consultant, a nurse, and they will learn from you, you will learn from them, and then they can translate that learning into other patients and other care all around the world. It's amazing how one patient's care can transform the care of so many people all over the world. Number 4, you spend your entire life explaining your condition to other people who invariably do not understand it. As I said in number 1, you're often explaining how you spell it, how you say it, what it means, how it affects you, what the condition is like, how it affects people, what the symptoms are, and so on and so forth. But you spend your entire life explaining your illness to people, what it is, what it causes, how it works, how it affects you, what symptoms it causes, how it's treated, how it's managed, and so on and so forth. That you become like a walking textbook, you become a walking advert for your rare disease. It's quite difficult and quite challenging to have to do this all the time. You feel quite exasperated at times that you're having to explain yourself over and over and over again, but it's a good opportunity for learning, especially in the company of medical professionals, to share what you know to benefit them to treat other patients, but also other patients to learn from you, the public to learn from you. The more people that are aware of rare diseases, the better. And number 5 is one that a lot of people refer to on social media, and that is that the hospital becomes like your second home because you spend so much time there. When you have a rare disease, especially a very complex and intensive rare disease, you might see so many doctors, you might have a lot of inpatient admissions, a lot of interventions, a lot of treatment. Your entire life can become dictated by your illness and its management. So you can have, dozens of appointments every month, admissions on a regular basis, and even when you're at home, you're spending your entire life doing medical procedures, taking medications, doing interventions, changing bags, changing dressings, changing things, taking drugs, using strategies. You're always seeming to do something medical in your life. But the fact is, if it helps you manage your rare disease, that's the main thing, and that's what is a good thing. If you can manage it to the best of your ability, even though it becomes bogged down by medical stuff, it's about grasping your life where you can and making your needs fit in with your life. But if you're an empowered patient and you can manage things to the best of your ability, even if your life becomes very medicalised, that is a good thing because you're taking control and you're managing your health to the best of your ability. So that's 5 things people with rare diseases will understand by nature of having a rare disease. I hope it's been an interesting video. Please leave comments below. Perhaps you've got other things you think patients with rare diseases will experience very commonly, or you've got something you'd like to share about your rare disease, or what is your rare disease? How do you try and raise awareness? How do you educate people about it? Please also hit subscribe and the notification bell if you want to keep up to date. Hit the thumbs up so that other people can see my videos because it's getting a lot of interaction. Follow me on social media, Lucy's Light, Lucy Alexandria Watts, or just Lucy Watts. And yeah, I'd like to hear from you in future, and I hope today has been a good day for you with your rare disease.